Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And we've been talking about the promises of God through this Lenten season. And today, the promise is from Isaiah 61:1. And this is also a passage Jesus took on for himself when he is in his own synagogue in Nazareth. He says this passage and then announces that today this scripture has come true in your hearing. And yesterday I talked about God's calling card, that God is on the side of the poor, the oppressed, the widow, the orphaned, on the downcast. That's what God's all about, and he wants us as Christians to also be about those things. Well, this passage, when Jesus lifts it up, reads it, and lifts it up in the synagogue and says that he is the fulfillment of this passage, shows you that not only is this God's calling card, but this is Jesus' calling card. This is what Jesus is about. So let's read that now. It's from Isaiah 61:1, and it says this: "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners." Well, it's good news for those who are down and out. And that is exactly what God is all about. He's all about caring for those who are down and out. In fact, he's all about caring for the losers. Most of the world is all about winners, people that have won at what they're doing. And we lift those people up, Tom Brady and others who have really done well. And I'm not putting that down. I think it's awesome, and I love watching him. But God is not working that way. God's actually, if you notice, Jesus, when he was on this earth, didn't have any problem with the sinners, but had lots of problems with religious people and people who thought they had their act together, and obviously did not. The parables of Jesus are all about being lost, last, least, and dead. So Jesus is trying to show us a different way. Instead of a right-handed way to overcome the world and to lift ourselves up, it's a left-handed way where it's all about caring for the poor, being weak and needy, and knowing that you absolutely need God in your life. And it turns out that that's the only answer that really does anything. When Jesus says, in order to gain your life, you have to lose it. That's what he's talking about, that you got to let go of that old self-centered part that wants to be in charge and wants to be important and whatever else. And let go of that and trust in God. If you look at the history of the whole Old Testament, here was the one problem that they had, that they weren't looking to God. Instead, they would look to themselves. And it got them into trouble every single time. So in your life today, trust in God and not in yourself. Learn the lesson from the whole Old Testament. Listen to the words of Jesus, that he is here to anoint or to proclaim good news to the poor and release to the captives. So that's what God's all about. And the more least you are, the more most God will be in your life. That's the promise for today. Hope you have a great day, and God bless you.